Alright, let's jump into it. So we've got the log on screen. Let's just sign in now. Okay, so now we're in. You'll see we've set up a demo agent called Simon Demo. So here you have your standard dashboard, so you can adjust your own profile. Got your features here with name, your position and so forth. Under here you've got, on the left hand side again, Office, you've got your calendar. So you can, in your calendar you've got like a task manager which interfaces onto the daily duties. So every day you can regulate your entire diary and itinerary straight from the desktop. You can put in callbacks, tasks, different types of duties, and you can schedule all your meetings and appointments, all your callbacks, all in one place. Contacts under the Office tab. You can see it's your standard CRM, so you can just go through and add a contact. We won't go through the whole process, but just to show you, first name, surname, whether they're active or not, email status, so a couple of phone bits, different areas, who it's assigned to. Obviously it'll be yourself, and you can adjust the status of the contact, the marketing groups and so forth. So everything you need in regards to the contact is there. We've got some existing ones we've put in there just to work with, because then we can show you how that's assigned. So if we go to one of the contacts now quickly, we'll keep all of this pretty brief. We want to just go over it so you can see what's what. So here's a contact here. You can add a group, and then so forth. So these little things is how you manage your contacts. If you want to use the email center, you can then go through and grab one of your preset emails. So here we've got a vendor commitment letter. So once you've got the property under contract, you'll have your vendor in the system. So here's the commitment letter. It comes up, it's already templated, it's already there, so it talks about communication deliverables and all the other bits of the process. It links in with your signature that's created, which we do for you on setup, so we can have this displayed how you like it. And then you just hit send over here. For this case we're just going to cancel this one. So you can eventually create all the email templates that you typically use in your both for your prospecting, through the appraisals, through your vendors, for your buyers. So through the whole process you can do all of that through email template center here on the left. So for the sake of what we've got here at the moment, there's so you can go through a create a template here, and all the templates come up, and you can just work through and customize them to suit. You've got a document center as well, so under the documents you can see straight away we've got easy reference. So when your buyer wants to deposit money into the trust account, all the details are there, and logos, etc. That's all there. If you want to attach an action plan to your contact, you can do that from here. So your Office has all the variables that any CRM, any proper functioning CRM would have, and everything you need. So under your dashboard you can have a quick view, a snapshot of where you're at, your last edited listing, your last edited contacts, your callbacks on the right, underneath a couple of tasks. If you've got any overdue, they'll be flagged here. So it's very, very simple and quick, so you can see where you're up to for the day. Now for the listings, under the real estate tab on the left, you just go to the manage listings here, and this is where you control all your stock. and all your product lists. So here we've already got a dummy listing in here already. So let's have a quick look at this. You can see here's a preview window. It actually tells you address, who the agent is, how many pictures, and then if you had floor plans and videos, etc. It says what category it is on the right here, price, portals. If you want to edit the listing on the top right here, and here's a few options. So you can either edit the content, adjust the price and so forth. If you want to add inspection times, add the portals, images, floor plans, videos, brochures, it's all done from the pull down. If we go into the edit listing, just so you can see briefly what functionality there is, because there's quite a bit, and you're only limited to your own creativity and how much, to what extent you want to populate your listing. So if we look here briefly, so right at the top, straight away it shows who the agent is. Now if you're doing it with another agent working in a team, you can put both agents' details here. Here's the listing status. Obviously that changes to for sale or sold and so forth as the property goes through the usual channels. Contract start end dates. You can see what type of property we're selling, and then of course we have here listing address. If you attach it to a lifestyle profile, so if you're doing something, let's just say there's a villa complex and there's 150 new townhouses, and it's called something like High Trees Estate or something like that. You can create this in this listing profile, and every listing within that estate can get featured here, and that actually generates the same another secondary landing page for that estate. We can show you how all that works. It's quite sophisticated, but it works really good with Google SEO. So all the standard other items for the listing property. Here you also have the option here on the listing address. If you have like a discrete listing and you don't want to advertise the full address and so forth, you can either do just name a suburb, or you can just do suburb only. So you do have discretion there depending on the property. Your prices, you can also change whether it's just price only, or you can put price text if it's an auction or offers over, etc., or you can just take the price off it altogether. So we've got a bit of flexibility there. Other little items here for when you list a property, we've got descriptions here, and it goes down and down here. We've got obviously all the other items, whether it's garaging, secure, a whole lot of tick and flicks, and it's quite extensive, like I said. So it depends how thorough you like to be on each property, but generally when the option is there to use it, we find that most of the agents use it. So it's very thorough. It's great for the buyers. Now once your listing is created, here you get instant feedback on your timeline. You can add notes about the property if you want. Here's a couple of things, who gets feedback, blah blah blah, and this is where you add your notes. You've got a couple of options on how you do your notes. You got contacts associated with the listing. Now this is quite a very functional feature. This is where you can add it to the property, whether the person's interested in purchasing, whether it's the owner, whether they've got an auction contact, offers, buyers, anyone that's associated. If you've got a referral for the property, a tenant and so forth. So you've got a complete database, and so from here, then once you've got all your buyers and etc. in here, if you've got a change of price, then you can just jump onto the email notification. If just say you change the sale price by 10 or 15,000, you can do that from here and email directly all those contacts in one hit. So very efficient. So also here then under the data tab, you'll find this is where you upload all your listing documents, etc., and the contracts will be all stored here under the upload file. Very easy to find, very functional. So this is everything you need in regards to residential property. But if we just have a look quickly, let's just look at creating a new listing. So on the right, if we have from the pull down menu here, on the right hand side where it says create, you see the options. You got whether you could choose to do a residential property, a business listing, or a commercial. So you have, as a licensed agent in your state, you've got the flexibility to do all three. You're not limited to just residential. So even if you choose to just say you're not a specialist commercial agent, but your contact, you've got a good relationship with them, they want you to list the property, then sure, you take the commercial listing, you prepare the listing, you do the vendor paid advertising and so forth, but you can then assign the property, the listing, over to a commercial agent to run the sale through. And then that's obviously as a conjunction. So you've got your hand in there for your fee. So all the fields here are exactly what you need, what all the portals are asking for the commercial section, and same with the business section. So, and then you've got a reporting section if you want to get your residential reports and your business reports. It's all here, and all your brochure center for any of your letterbox dropping, or whether you want to, you can export them as a PDF and email them straight to your vendor as well. So everything's here in one spot. So under Office, with the contacts as well, the functionality works both ways. So on the real estate listing, you can have multiple contacts that are interested, and vice versa. You can go to a buyer, and then one of your contacts as a buyer, you can also then go and add multiple properties. So you've got listings that they're interested in, so then they can go through and you can add listings that suit that buyer. So from that perspective, you can end up emailing your buyer maybe a short list of 5 or 6 properties that you've got available, and gives them a good range. So you're keeping that buyer with you. So it works both ways. So one buyer can have multiple properties that they're interested in, one property can have multiple buyers that are interested in that one property. So look, that's a summary there. Like I said, it's quick, short, but it's an overview of what the CRM can do. The functionality goes on and on and on, and you can see we've got quick search labels, etc. for the database. The actual database is secure, private, so whatever contacts you put in, only you can see. Even the admins from Easy Agent cannot even see your contacts. That is super confidential for the agent. That's your intellectual property. If and when down the track you decide to do something different to Easy Agent, you want to take that database with you, that's not a problem. That just gets exported straight from the CRM guys, not from us, and they send that straight to you. We never even see it. So you can got great confidentiality in that. And you have complete functionality through the whole CRM. So thank you for your time. I hope this helps with understanding what we can offer, or what we have on the table in regards to a CRM, and we look forward to having you with us shortly. Thank you.